Hey everyone. So today I wanted to talk about a troubling trend that unfortunately I'm seeing quite a bit online, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it and let you know how I'm feeling about all of this as well. It just seems to me lately that there have been a lot of collectors online that have been selling off their collection. And yeah, I get it that, this seems to happen quite a bit. It's not exactly something that it's unique. But this time it feels a lot different. This time it's not just, people jumping on the bandwagon like they did back in 2020, 2021, where they'd buy up collections and then just sell them. They really had no interest in them. It was just really for clout for the YouTube. But this time around, and they're admitting, themselves that a lot of wonderful creators, a lot of collectors that I really look up to and everything, collectors that I enjoy listening to, they're selling their collection because they need the money. And I'm not gonna talk down on that type of thing. I completely understand. If you need the money, your family always comes first. Whatever life changes you have, and at the end of the day, these are just games. They're things that you can pull up on an emulator. They're things that just bring entertainment value for you. It's not something that you should ever lose your life to, not something you should ever go in debt to. But at the same time, I know that these people have put in so much of their time, so much of their life into this hobby. I mean, these each one of these games each carries a lot of value to me, and sentimental value, memories of me growing up as a kid, enjoying them, or if I got them recently going to convention, picking them up. It's not something that I'd be able to just let go of lightly, and I hope that that day never comes. But it seems to be happening quite a bit. And like I said, I get it. Things are expensive right now, more expensive than they've ever been. And things prices of things are just going up. It's not looking good, and a lot of people I talk to are very anxious about this time. With seeing everything, things that everyday things that you need just to survive, doubling in price or tripling in price, and it's you have got to pinch your pennies somewhere. The wages don't seem to be going up, and it gets harder. Another thing too, it seems harder to sell a lot of these games for a reasonable price. Here's the thing: when you go on, say, like selling them on eBay or something, as a seller, you're not going to get the full value for it. Obviously, you're not going to get the price charting value. You could, put it at the price charting value, and let's say you get lucky and you end up selling it at the price charting value, or maybe a couple dollars more. That's fine. Well, you still got the shipping. You still got eBay taking their portion of it. And at the end of the day, you end up selling your games for less than you would. Another one would be, let's say that you take them to Phoenix Resale, or you sell them off to DKODs or any one of the big resellers, and they're not going to give you what they're worth. I remember last time I traded in games, it was a local mom and pop, but well, no, I wouldn't quite even say it was a mom and pop. It was a chain, and it is actually a well-known chain. Um, Not GameStop. Obviously, you're never going to get a fair price at GameStop for trading in games. But they took some like Genesis games, and I think I got maybe about $30 worth on $200 worth of games. Yeah, that was just terrible. It was nuts. But I took it, and I traded it in for another game or so, and yeah, never doing that again. I mean, I didn't at that time want to go through the hassle putting them up on eBay and selling them and all that stuff, but I still would have gotten more for them. But the point is, people aren't taking as much money for these games at this time, so it is a scary time as a seller. It's a wonderful time if you're a buyer, especially for something like the Sega Genesis. It's the prices have come down quite a bit, and you can find a lot of complete and box sets in great shape, cheaper than price charting. But as a seller, it's not a great time to buy. So to see all these collectors selling off their collection and knowing that they're probably not getting the best prices for this, that it's a buyer's market right now, it's kind of disheartening. And also thinking about the fact that me as a collector and how much joy I get out of playing these games, how much joy I get out of having these in my collection, and thinking about somebody else who probably has that same amount of joy, that same amount of feelings towards games, having to give them up. And again, I don't know what the situations are individually. They might say that it's a money thing, it's a family thing, it might be a good thing, maybe a promotion, maybe moving across the country, maybe setting up somewhere else and all that, and they just can't take the collection along with them. Um, but even so, something that's such an integral part of their own life, it's hard for me to see how there could be no regret with that. How it can be absolutely painless to do something like that. And again, I hope that these collectors that are selling, off their items and such, I hope that they do find good values, and they do end up, getting what they need. Um, and maybe, who knows, maybe someday they'll return over to the hobby. Maybe someday everything will work out for them. And it's fun, starting also from scratch and just, collecting again and such. It's an expensive hobby, but that could be fun too, the thrill of the hunt and everything. But there's just something really unsettling. And again, I don't blame the collectors. They do what they have to do and never ever hold on to something that is just a piece of plastic at the end of the day, just, and drown along with that ship. But anyways, I want to know what you guys think. Have you guys been noticing that trend a lot lately too? What do you guys think about that? Is it just, an everyday thing? It just happens, or does it seem like to be happening a lot more? And it just makes me personally a little bit forlorn. But anyways, that's it for me today. I hope you guys are doing well, and we'll see you later.